Do you struggle with foreshortening, or you don't know how to make your art look better? Well, look no further, because I'm going to teach you the concept of foreshortening and how to apply it on a character. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with level 0. So for this level, I'm just going to draw a normal arm parallel to the body, and it's going to respect what you already might know, which is that the top of the arm is going to end at the bottom of the ribcage, and the lower arm is going to end at the bottom of the pelvis box. Alright, with the basic out of the way, let's move on to level 1. Alright, for this case I'm gonna add also the torso box and the pelvis box. After that I'm gonna attach the shoulder sphere, and now the arm is going to look a little bit different. We're going to start to see the lower plane of the upper arm, and visibly the arm is no longer gonna reach the bottom of the torso box, since it's lifted up. So it's already going to start looking shorter. And just the same for the lower part of the arm is going to be lifted up, so we're gonna see the bottom of the lower arm, and it's gonna look a little bit shorter than before. Alright, let's go further beyond. Alright, let's draw a third body with a shoulder sphere in the same spot. Now if we're gonna make the arm even more lifted up, we're gonna see more of the lower plane, and it's going to become more round rather than oval like in the previous example. And for the lower part of the arm, the bottom plane, the ellipse, is going to look a little bit more circle than an oval ellipse like in the previous example. And it's also going to become bigger and be placed above the previous one. Another thing you might have noticed is that the upper part of the arm looks shorter than the lower part of the arm. That is because the closer the objects are towards the camera, the bigger and a little bit longer they appear rather than the ones further away. Now, what if we want to go even crazier than this? Is it possible? Yes it is. Here in the last example, the bottom of the upper arm is going to look like it's overlapping the shoulder sphere. And the same thing will happen with the lower part of the bottom part of the arm. But I'm just going to make it as an oval because that is the shape of the bottom part of the lower arm. And of course, the same thing is gonna happen, that the upper arm is gonna look extremely short compared to the lower arm, which is also short, but longer than the upper one. Or rather, looking longer, it's not actually longer, I just wanna make sure that you understand that concept. Alright, after adding some details here for this body, let's make it fun and add a fist to this example, so that you understand that the elements that are closer to us become bigger and bigger. See how big this fist looks compared to the body? It's almost the same width of the body. Alright, let's create a character using elements in foreshortening. I'll make the body in a dynamic pose, and even the body, it's going to come towards the camera. So the pelvis box is going to appear larger in comparison to the torso box. Now, let's add the arm. Coming towards the camera, each part of it, it's going to look bigger in size and in length. I'm going to add a simple box for the fist for now, where I'm going to attach a gun that it's going to look even bigger also. And only after adding the building blocks for the character, I'm going to add details to those elements. For example, here the gun and the hand. For the legs of the character, I'm going to add his right leg looking flat towards the camera, but the lower part of the leg is going to go away, so it's going to look very short and very small. And for the other leg, I want it coming towards the camera, but it's also on the opposite side of the closest part of the body towards us, so it's gonna look bigger, but not much bigger. Keep in mind that the lower part of the leg tapers down usually, so in this kind of angle with the foreshortening, it's going to look more like it's flat. For the other hand, I'm going to make it go a little bit away and up, attaching also a gun to it. And after laying down all these basic building blocks for the body, I can then add details like anatomy and line weight. Now I'm going back to the other arm to fix its position and the position of the gun, to make it look like it's also becoming a tiny bit bigger. I'm going to add even more line weight to the gun that's closest to us, to make it look more dynamic and separated from the body. And more line weight to emphasize the anatomy and the pose, and to finish it off I'm just gonna add color to the different parts of the body. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you got value out of it, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Alright, I'll catch you in the next session.